What are we?
We're back, motherfuckers.
We are back indeed.
People are starting to get used to me.
Swearing,
With a
smoking.
bag, swearing, smoking.
You'll be drinking soon before we know it.
Oh, no, right?
Shocking, mate. Shocking.
At least I don't pretend. I'll keep it real.
That's right. That's what we're here for, mate. Keeping it real.
So what are you smoking in front of the camera?
Oh, you bitch. I don't. For everyone out there, I don't smoke, drink, or do drugs. Thank you very much.
Okay. The last two, he doesn't.
I don't smoke.
The first one, he only scabs off me.
You're a shocker, I swear. I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't do drugs. But thanks, mate.
You're welcome.
Actually, it's been an exciting week for not just Adelaide with our little lockdown that has been happening. So thanks to our fantastic state government and the rest of Adelaide, the rest of Australia has been going off. If anyone's been paying attention, I'll just let me put my phone on silent. That's like a amateur thing right there, isn't it? And off you go. So we've had, everyone calls them protests.
Cigarette and a coffee. There's something.
The two teens, nicotine and caffeine.
How would you know?
I don't know. I don't even drink coffee either, dude.
It's true, you don't.
No.
You know, tea's got caffeine as well.
Some teas do, but not the pomegranate one here that you go, yeah.
I spiked it.
Yeah, you would have too, wouldn't you? But everyone likes to call them protests, but they're not really protests. They're more marches than, or riots, I should say. They're not riots, they're protests more than anything, and not riots. Not people going out there and smashing shops and flipping cars over, burning cars or anything like that.
No, I think, I don't know, you tell me how you see it.
Well, that's how I see it, and it's a shame that the media aren't covering it properly like they should. So, for example, I don't know if you saw it on social media, mate, there was that guy that supposedly punched a horse. And then there was that police officer that was standing up against the car with all the ink all over him.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
I saw that.
The real footage has emerged of the guy and the horse, and the police officer on the horse was really pushing his way into the crowd. And of course, that guy was standing there, and all he tried to do was push himself out of the way of the horse. So if you look at the footage, the guy never punched a horse at all. You know what I mean? And then, of course, the copper who got all the ink and everything thrown up against him, that was sitting up against the police vehicle there. What the media neglected to show was that police officer ended up going up to all the protesters during the march, and actually they were all shaking hands with each other and thanked each other.
You know, the sad part is that we have to justify the media's actions, but everyone knows it's a media. They need to sell you a story, okay? There is no story if you're going to see just a police officer standing and a civilian standing. It's a story if he captures that footage that's going to sell in the front page. And I get it. They have an obligation to send out the truth. But you and I both know, I think, that they don't follow that by far. And especially, as Palestinians, we should know that, right? Mm-hmm. So,
well, there's two important things that you said there. One is that the mainstream media have an obligation to sell you a story, right? So what else are they selling? Well, something we can't.
They have an obligation to tell you the truth.
That second thing, that's what you said, right? Yeah, exactly right. And they're not obliged to tell you the truth, because if you look at the people that own the mainstream media, they're not obliged to do anything, mate. They do whatever they want, and they'll sell you whatever they want.
The guy that sells the truth is boring, right? So here's a guy that's going to sell the truth to his boss, and there's a guy that just captured a freaking a ghost shadow behind a police officer. His boss is going to say, that one there, put that one on the front page. So unfortunately, good guys always finish last. And it's all about money, man. It's all about getting up the ranks, and I'm the better anchor man. And, by the way, Anchorman, that's an amazing movie. Yeah, you'll turn now, Tits McGee. So, one, I think people has to understand that not everything they see on the media is true. There's always two sides to the coin, especially, my God, just on my phone, just with the Photoshop, what I can do. Could you imagine, and that's 100%. A freaking $1,400 phone. Could you imagine these people that have got, tens of thousands of dollars worth of cameras and
programming
and programs and apps? Forget about it. So, with all due respect to everyone, the TV in your house would have to be the biggest liar on the face of earth. I can actually put it there, and you know, I would say the TV is probably the fucking Antichrist. No shit, because I don't know. People are believing, you know, that box. People will believe anything that box tells them, and they'll go out with that mentality.
Well, just visiting the shops today, everyone is all masked up.
Yeah, look, you know,
and we know that the mask, even well, I can't even say the name. That's what got us shot down last time. But even the people who are in control of all disease control around the world, without saying the first part, even they've said that the masks do absolutely stuff all, and yet our fantastic government is enforcing this rule, mind you, not law or rule, that everyone has to wear a mask.
You know, with all due respect on that point, way before any of these last episodes that we've had in the last 3-4 years, me personally, you know, we've had you know, severely ill people in the family that they couldn't handle bacteria or viruses or even a flu, you know. So we've always been extremely cautious and really treading on eggshells, you know, and how you shake hands with people and how you go visit your family members. You know, my mother-in-law, rest her soul, she, you know, when she was doing chemo and all that sorts of stuff, even a flu, you know, and she ended up passing away from pneumonia because of a flu, and her body had no immune system. So, you know, despite all of that, I think there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with hygiene. There's nothing wrong with being careful. I highly recommend people always wearing masks in certain places, like hospitals, for example. You know, I go there to get checked out for one thing, and I know I'm going in there into a box of bacterias that no one is there because they've got too much iron in their body, right? Yeah. Everyone's there because they're sick, man. Another thing, you know, I've always warned my kids. I don't know if I'm being you know, germophobic or whatever, but you know, you go up into Myers or any shopping centre and you see the rails, and every Tom, Dick and Harry, man, with their hands on the rails, and my kids always like to slide it. Might as well just put their tongue out on it and lick it. Could you imagine? Everyone that coughs, like everyone that sneezes, everyone that's picking, everyone that's playing with their ears, and they've got their hands on that fucking rail. And then my kids go and touch it.
If hang on a sec, mate, if that would be the case, right, just say that handrail, for example, was filled full of bacteria, disease and everything else, the human race would have been dead a long time ago.
Listen, I get it that you need to get sick to build your immune system.
That's 100% right.
But you don't need to be ignorant and disgusting for the rest of your life.
No, exactly right. Yeah, that's just called personal hygiene, mate. Everyone should have it. Yeah.
Correct. And let's face it, they're fucking so lax, especially between tradies, right?
There's even posters in the toilets saying that wash your hands before you eat, because a lot of them don't, mate.
They don't, man. Yeah. They don't. It's disgusting. And again, you know, I get it. I come from a war-torn, you know, country, and you know, things that we so take for granted, we don't have over there. You know, such as, you know, hot water, gas, electricity. 3 essentials, you know, that we live off every day, and people don't even know how to, you know, they don't even appreciate that they can just turn a tap and voila, there's clean water. And with one switch that way, it's hot. One switch that way, it's cold. And these days, with the push of a button, it's filtered and it's freaking sparkling, right? I swear, man, people take the privileges to granted. They don't understand the life and how blessed we are here. So my point is, I don't want to get sidetracked. My point is about hygiene. Although we lived in those facilities and lack of all that stuff, but hygiene was never an excuse. Okay, we never justified our lack of hygiene because we had war. The building, no shit, would have shrapnel holes all over it from outside. Windows shattered. We're wrapping them up with plastic. But I promise you, you walk into any one of these houses, all you smell is just disinfectant, and you can literally like eat off the floor, man. That's how clean people lived on the inside. I don't think poverty can be an excuse for lack of hygiene. That's just something that self-pride, you always have with you. My mum will pick us up. Doesn't matter. We're destroyed in mud, in playing soccer during winter. Everything. I swear, my mum will be like a machine, just picking us up from our ears. There's this loafer. It's really hard, and she'll scrub the livingly shit. I used to walk in. Brown. I used to come out, I don't turn red. I used to come out maroon, crying, why? My ears are red from the smacks. And settle down, she's scrubbing. And mind you, that's her, at some points where she'll boil the water, a pot of water hot and a pot of water cold. And she'll do 2 mixes of cups, hot and cold, to have warm water. That's how she showered us in the house. So hygiene, we're all for it, but I get the point as well where people don't like to be controlled. I do get that, and I respect that.
Well, you know what, man.
I think. Sorry to disturb.
Yeah, right, go.
I think that was the whole point of, of the whole protest that happened in New South Wales and everything. As in, hey. This is
Melbourne,
my body.
New South Wales, and Queensland as well.
This is my life. I gotta have a say in it, right? So you have to respect that.
I think a lot of people are waking up to the fact now, mate, that there's more going on than just this corona thing. You know what I mean? Don't look at me like that. Why?
No, because we're gonna get fucking banned again.
No, we haven't mentioned any words that I shouldn't.
Okay, good. I don't want us to get banned.
Me either.
Good.
But if we do, you'll find us on Spotify because the other one didn't get taken down.
I'm not here to agree with Paulie. Paulie's not here to agree with me.
Well, I know all your views on this shit anyway. You know all my views on this.
But that's the beauty about it, right? It's free mind. We're all allowed to think what we want. I can't force my opinion into anybody, and no one else can force their opinion into me.
The only person who has the authority to do that is the mainstream media, apparently. They can enforce whatever they want onto people, and people are buying it. That's what shits me off.
I went
into the shops today, right? As I'm walking in, there's masks dirty lying on the floor in the car park, on the ground in the car park. And I thought, well, we've got this infectious disease that's going around. I don't even know if I really need to say it. If I can say it, it's now named after the letter D of the alphabet.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be the fucking worst one of the lot. And if that's the worst one of the lot, then what are all these masks doing? How come there's not people running around in hazmat suits picking up these masks in the car park? Why is there bins overflowing with masks in shopping centres? It doesn't make sense, mate. It doesn't make sense. But that's just that's my point of view. I think there's like I said, there's a lot of people that are starting to wake up to the fact that there's more going on than just some infectious virus that's getting around. That's put an end to a lot of other sicknesses around the world in the death toll.
I think, despite all of this, I do have to first take my hat off, honestly, to Australians in general, man, how civilized they are and how they abide by the law and how they listen. And I've got to give my hat off. I've got to give credit where credit is due. I've got to give my hat off to how the government looks after the civilians, why they're isolating, why they're actually in lockdowns and why not. This does not happen. And honestly, it does not fucking happen anywhere in the world where the government tells you lost your job, I will give you money, just stay home. Rent, we're going to force the landlords to withhold on your rent. Mortgage on the bank, we're going to force the bankers to give you a break.
Hang on a second, is that really happening though, dude? About the mortgages?
Yes.
You sure?
100%.
All right.
100%. I got an email from 2 of my mortgage brokers.
Yep.
And that's before anything ever happens. They said, hey, dude, please let us know if there's anything we can do. We can appreciate hard time stuff. It's fucking amazing. And hang on a sec. That's not because the bankers have got beautiful fucking brown eyes and they want a sweet talk. No. That's because the government has forced them. They've put them in a checkmate and said, This is what you guys need to do to pull your finger out and help us out here. And again, that's credit to our taxes that we have been paying for a long time, higher taxes than anywhere in the fucking world.
Yeah.
But you know what? Thank you, Australia, because honestly, we do see it.
Well, I have a mortgage, and that email that they sent me must still be pending, mate, because I haven't got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Or you didn't, maybe you're wasting researching something else when you should be researching.
I check my emails every day.
It's true, but everyone was...
Actually, I got a email from my bank only last week about online statement, so I'll double check it. But I don't remember seeing anything on there.
Yeah, this is not like new news, bro. This is old news. This is public information. The bankers were to withhold, I think, on any payments of the mortgages, and then when things get back to normal again, of course, the bankers, the biggest freaking sharks in the world.
Get back to normal, you reckon, buddy?
When things get back to normal, you know, and the fact of going back to work and earning your money again, the banks were going to sort of divide your payments to catch up on what was missing. My point is, without getting sidetracked, how fucking blessed we are that we live in Australia. How blessed are we to have, you know, to have such a blessed country with an amazing revenue. Again, because of us hardworking citizens that keep up our taxes and pay our taxes. I can't argue it. You know, I can't argue. I can't hate them for it. All I got to do is just take a look at what's going on in India, in Italy, in, you know, all the rest of the world.
Cuba is another one at the moment that is absolutely, like, it's shocking to see what's happening
honestly,
over there.
dude, I know, man. I know everyone wants to hear the revolution. Everybody wants to hear the rebelling. But for a second, and the problem is no one has seen, man, misery in Australia. That's the fucking issue. You know, they break over small things. They are too soft.
Yeah, we spoke about this the other day.
They are too soft, dude. You know, little things break them. I mean, for God's sake. You know, the day they announced the first lockdown, there's fucking footage of bitches fighting over toilet paper.
I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I couldn't believe it.
Could you imagine if these people actually experienced war? Oh, dear God, what would happen? What would fucking... God forbid, and the power goes out for a week, what would people do? They won't know what to think, what to do. They'll freak out. And you can't hate them for it. It's because they should realise how blessed they are. And they should put, you know, don't put your life in somebody's hand, you know, aka the government. Don't put it all into their hand. You've got a brain. Use it. Look around you. Look in other countries. Don't think Australia is the world. Okay? We are literally a speck in comparison. We're only lousy 23, 24 million people here. That's it. But so rich in resources and so blessed to have it handed for us on a golden platter. So my issue is about, I get annoyed when I see people breaking down so easily while they're over a fucking flat tire that destroyed their day. Rather it's, you know, they cop a $40 fine for parking illegally, whether a red light ticket. And, you know, mind you, they're fucking in the wrong, but it still destroys their whole fucking life. Right? They got nothing else to talk about except that they want to go home and take the world down and shut down this and fuck me, mate. Seriously.
You're spot on.
Yeah, man. There's bigger issues, man. There's bigger issues that we seriously could face, that could affect us. The scary part, you know, everyone talks about government. The scary part, the governments don't scare me. Okay? The governments don't scare me. You know what scares me? It scares me the zombie mentality of the civilians, of the people. That's the scary part. So imagine the government as being, let's just agree with you know, some of the population that think the government is Satan, right? And they're acting against us. You know, Satan, he can't kill you. right? Because if he kills you, then you succeed and you go to heaven, right? So the idea is to whisper in your ear and make you go mad, and for you to kill someone and for you to lose yourself so you can go to hell. So that's how he wins. In other words, the government will not push you over the edge. It's only you can push yourself over the edge. It's you are in control of yourself. You're the one that decide to be a zombie and listen to what they're brainwashing you with or not. You're the zombie that you get to choose to believe, did that guy punch the horse, as we were speaking before, or was that just, a fabricated footage? That's the scary part for me. It's that zombie mentality of people. And for all those guys that believe, and again, man, I'm not anti, I'm not for, I'm just speaking out loud here and just freeing my mind a little bit and looking at it from a little bit from the top. For all you guys that believe, the government is Satan and is out to kill us, and so what have you done to prepare, for this disastrous doomsday for everyone to speak about?
Hang on. All right. So when you say disastrous doomsday, what specifically do you mean by that?
I don't need to get into detail because I want a whole episode. If you've got half a brain, you'd understand exactly what I'm talking. I know you do, and you want me to explain it further. But
because just for the viewers.
If I have to explain it to the viewers, they're not worthy of explaining it to, because everyone should be on the same page.
Well, I think it'll be a bit hard to explain as well, because obviously there's a lot of things that we can't mention. Otherwise, it'll shut us down. But I think with the direction we're heading.
Personally, I think everyone should stop preaching to other people. Stop forcing opinions on other people. Stop wasting your energy, okay, trying to tell everyone. People are going to do what they're going to do at the end of the day, seriously. And to me, I think if I'm going to tell you, do this, man, just do it, and just freaking, don't touch this and don't touch that, or do touch it and you must, or otherwise you're going to die, or, I can only tell you my advice. But this is my advice to everybody. Honestly, this is my advice to everybody. I know not everyone can afford to, and you've experienced the hardship of life for 7 days, right? Fucking hell, what a hard life that was. So my issue is, if this had to happen again, and maybe it will, maybe it won't. I hope it doesn't. If it does happen like Melbourne, what have they been in lockdown for 12 months? Have they?
Well, hang on. It's all up. They're on their 5th lockdown, so I've been led to believe, and I think it's something ridiculous, like 160 plus days that they've experienced lockdown measures, which is huge.
So I don't like talking without putting my money where my mouth is, and I put literally my balls on the table, So my advice to everyone, I think, don't stop wasting your energy on useless stuff, and stop Googling everything, and stop freaking doing whatever. Watch a funny movie with your kids and your family. Watch a horror movie for a bit of a spook. Whatever tickles your fantasy. But I think, honestly, people, you need to worry about a few things. From my experience, and I could see it happening again, not because of anything, because of the zombie mentality of fucking people. That's the scary part. That's what everyone has to watch out from. I think everyone, number one, should buy protection for themselves. I think you should look for a farm, far away. The further, the better. And everyone can fucking afford a farm. I can tell you now, every peanut has got a Subaru or a Harley or a fucking Jap bike, and that's your deposit for a fucking farm. So no excuse for anyone that's telling me I can't afford a farm. Fucking bullshit. You can pay your fucking credit card for bullshit and holidays or whatever. I'm sure you can do that. Whether you're a fucking crackhead, I think you spend more money than what I do on my fucking mortgages or whatever, so you can afford to do it. You know what? Just from being on fucking Centrelink, you can pay your mortgage for a cheap farm. And when I'm talking farm, I was looking it up. You've looking it up. Farms, land. okay, as good as you were talking about 40 hectares of land for 50 grand. And I get it. People are going to think there's nothing. Well, what am I going to get? And that's the idea is the further you are, the better it is, right? So, plan is protection. 2, a farm. 3, get your farm prepared, plant your trees, be self-sufficient. Because I guarantee you would actually enjoy the fucking lockdowns, right? If you had the farm. And my point is, if I'm going to protect my children, my father, my mother, when shit really hit the fan, I could be living at that farm for a year, 2 years, eating, drinking, sleeping, safe, home away from home, and got protection to protect my fucking land. So for all you those who speak about this, whatever it is you preach about, put your balls on the table and get it done. And either way, right, whether it happens what the other half of people say or whether it doesn't, it's a fucking win-win. Who doesn't love a farm life?
I thought you weren't going to mention this, mate.
No, I have to. I think I need to, bro, because I think I can only give an advice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's my advice to everybody. It's a win-win situation to have a farm and live the farm life, and it's beautiful, man, with the kids, quad bikes for the kids, and these days, with solar, with a generator, with a couple of containers out there, it will see you fucking through, man. It will see you through. Dig a dam. Every one of us knows someone with a fucking excavator. Shout him a fucking Barbie and a couple of runs on the quads and motorbikes and tell him, come on, just dig me a fucking dam, and here's a couple of $100, here's a few $100 for your troubles. It's not as hard as, and the reason I'm saying this because people are going to say, I can't afford it, I don't have money. It's not as hard as people fucking think it is.
No, and the reason why we sort of speak about this as well, if you have a good look at America and especially what the Biden administration is proposed to do over there, always what America does, we follow suit straight away. And there's not too many good things that have come out of the Biden administration from what I've heard. And of course, Melbourne are the first lot to adhere to these evil ways, and even Dan Andrews has already said that the ADF are going to be getting rolled out between September, October for helping the rollout of the, you know what I mean. Starts with a V. And for those who don't want it, should be looking elsewhere just for a little while to keep out of harm's way while they do roll it out. That's if it does go that far. But I mean, Australia has spoken at the moment. We had 50,000 strong in Sydney, so they claim, and God knows how many more they had in Melbourne and Queensland. We tried here in South Australia, but the weather was shit. We're in lockdown, and for the people who did try, good on yous, but the cops were there waiting, and of course they got moved on pretty quickly.
And we're getting unlocked very fucking quickly too, right?
Well, tomorrow's meant to be. Is that what you mean? Tomorrow's meant to be unlock day, isn't it? Or Tuesday? Tuesday, is it? Tuesday. Yeah, well, we'll bloody see. Well, these dickheads stop getting fucking tested. Man. Yeah, stop getting tested. We won't have to worry about being locked down anymore.
No, you can't say that.
Well, I just did.
Let them do it. Everyone's free, man, to do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, just like you're free to do whatever you want with your body, they are free to do whatever they want with their body. As long as it doesn't affect you, whatever they're doing, and whatever you're doing, it doesn't affect others, then it's a tick.
It does affect me, mate. They put a testing station right at the end of my street.
You hide them your block, didn't you?
Bit extra cash.
Just on the last note, I know small businesses have been affected, a lot. And I don't know if I need to educate, the government and how they should look after small businesses besides the $3,000 fucking rebate and $1,000 rebate. I don't think this should come out of my tax money and your tax money. I think it's only fair if you're going to shut down Jono's fucking deli and open up Coles 24/7. I think it's only fair that Coles gives a share to these small businesses within the 5 kilometer radius of them, same as any of those big fucking corporates. They're like a big shark, right? When all these lockdowns happen, Coles and all these like big giant shark opens their fucking mouth and everyone just dumping all this cash into there. Okay, what is this? Rich gets richer? No.
How does Bunnings become an essential service?
Let's play, right? Let's play the Robin Hood, right, story. Let's take from these guys and let's give these little guys that got affected within at least the 5 kilometer radius.
Yep.
And I'm sure it won't hurt them. It won't hurt them, but it will mean a lot. It will mean a lot to me that you're not taking out of my fucking tax money. Okay? It makes sense because you just gave all of his customers to that giant that didn't really need the customers. He needs the customers, right? He's the struggling family guy. That's why he's got a small business. So just if any politician is really hearing this, maybe it's just a thought.
Good idea.
It's fair, bro. It's fair. It's only fair, bro, if I'm working and I'm getting all this fucking work because you got forced to shut down. I don't think anyone needs to tell me. I'd say, hey, Paulie, bro, I know you're struggling, man, and it's not much, but I made a lot today. Here's a couple of grand just to see you through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if Coles or Woolies or Bunnings or whoever don't want to do it, then there should be a law.
Something in place to help out the little man.
Through them, though, through the giants, not through your pocket and my pocket. I would rather my tax money and your tax money go to Royal Adelaide Hospital or go to my kids' schoolings or go to, bitumising roads and to put power lines underground. That's where I would want to see my tax money go.
There was a journalist going through the city of Melbourne who works for Rebel News, and he was showing all the small businesses through Melbourne that have been shut down, and there's just lease sign after lease sign after lease sign after lease sign on so many buildings it wasn't funny. And this is the sort of thing that the media aren't covering either. So, like you said, all these corporate giants that are fortunate enough to stay open through lockdown, including Bunnings. I don't know why you can't go to the beach, but you can go buy a hammer, is beyond me, but support your locals. When the lockdown ends, the first thing everyone should be doing is running to your local deli, local supermarket, whoever, wherever, and at least supporting them in some way, shape or form with a small purchase or a big purchase. Probably a big one would help better. Well said. All right, let's wrap it up there, Ray.
Wrap it up.
It's been awesome. And it's good to be back. It's good to be back, buddy.
It is.
You're looking sharp too, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, too bad about that, though.
What do you do? Good life.
Suck it in, mate.
Good life. Guess what we're eating after?
Yeah, lamb roast, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
With some saffron rice.
Oh, very nice.
And almonds and pine nuts.
How was your breakfast too, buddy?
Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Thank you. A Hungarian breakfast.
All right. Well, thanks again, everyone. And we won't be too far between podcasts either. We'll have another one straight after this one as well. Don't you worry.
Definitely.
Love you guys. Thank you very much.
Love yous. See yous.
Ciao.